Important are these Tuesday games, these midweek games? It's a Wednesday. How important are these midweek games?
Dating back since we started playing in this ballpark, our record, I think, against Pitt and Penn State and Maryland and Marshall and all the regional midweek games is phenomenal. And if you're ever going to have a good season and play in the postseason, you have to win these games. And we've been doing a really good job of that in the recent past.
When you get up to a 12-run lead, how do you kind of keep your team from slipping in those later innings and try to keep those runs off the scoreboard?
I don't know. Those 12-run leads, man, it's some of my favorite stuff in the whole world. So I think they sense the relief in the dugout. And, the game's never over. We've had big leads here late before and lost them, so it's never over. And it helps when you get some new guys in the game because they always come in the game with energy, So if you have a lead, you try and get guys in there to keep the energy up, and we managed to do that.
Started off a little bit flat, but this is a team that has always been able to bounce back this year. Seems like even if you can't come back and get the win, you've still been putting the other team under pressure. So is there any worry at all falling behind early?
No, not with this group. You never want to, against good teams. The best teams on our schedule we have yet to play, and if you go down 4-0 on Friday, you're in a lot of trouble because Baylor's best pitcher is one of the best pitchers in the league. So you're not going to claw your way back into every game like that, but it just seems like you're flat when the starting pitching gives up runs. That's the go-to thing. You think you came out flat when the starting pitcher controls the pace of the whole day. If you throw up zeros in the first 3, 4, 5 innings on the mound, then nobody ever says, man, you guys came out flat today. But so starting pitching's been really good for us lately, and we had to throw a lot of different guys today. Stretch A was going 2 innings, regardless of if they were 2 of the immaculate inning variety or if he would have given up 10 runs. We had a lot of guys that needed to throw today.
Coach, what do you think it does for your team's confidence to get the season sweep over the in-state rival right before conference play kind of speeds up?
Well, we don't know if it's a sweep yet because we got some make-up games to make up because we lost some games to weather, and if they do, you never know who we're going to play. We got to try and make some games up, but it's good to win these games. They're trying as hard as they can to beat us all the time, and they've done it in the past, and our guys know they're capable of beating us. And it's not who the best team is; it's the team that plays the best. And they had us down 4-0, and they throw one more big inning up instead of us, and things could have gone the other way.
Getting all those.
Okay. Is it a funny thing with baseball how quickly strategies and outlooks can change in the sense that in that 4th inning, they had just gotten a double play, and it looks like, okay, well, it's going to be maybe another tough inning, and then you get to 7 runs with 2 outs. I mean, it all just kind of changes on a whim.
It really does. We had the momentum with first and second, nobody out, and all of a sudden Hussey gets doubled off, and now we got 2 outs, and you're like, oh, man, the inning's over. And then we wrapped out, 6, 7, 8 hits in a row, and that was pretty impressive because nobody panicked. We had gotten doubled off on a line drive earlier off second base as well, and almost got doubled off on first. So we were hitting the ball well off of that guy, getting a lot of hits early. They just weren't going between them. So guys didn't panic and kept their approaches, and it started working out for us.
And obviously, JJ's approach tonight, I mean, if he hadn't walked, he might have gotten 5 hits. His approach to the plate, is it getting better, discipline? I mean, he's obviously been pretty good all year.
Yeah, his approach never changes. That's the beauty of JJ. He's got the same approach no matter who we're playing, what the score is, what time of day it is. He's got a tremendous approach at the plate, and he does it against great pitching, righties, lefties, everybody. And he deserves some of those hits up the middle because if you followed us this year, he's hit a lot of line drives right up the middle, and the shortstop has been catching them. So it's nice that some of those are starting to go between people.
When you know you're going to use a lot of pitchers, do you usually follow a particular script, or is it matchup based as you go through a game?
Yeah, they had a couple righties piled up at the bottom of their lineup, so we had some guys lined up for the bottom, some guys lined up for the top, but the guys just need to throw, man. When you have a lot of pitchers, we went to TCU and played really good. We only used 7 guys, so we had to pitch a lot of guys today and see who we can use on the next weekend.
You were talking about you knew you were going to use a lot of pitchers today. Did your pitchers know that going in?
No, I don't ever tell them that. If they go out there only planning on pitching an inning or two, you don't get much out of them. I just tell them, execute every pitch as long as you can, and when I want to change pitchers, I'll change pitchers. Don't worry about stuff you can't control. I'll control that.
During that early comeback, it seemed like Austin Davis had a lot of energy whenever he hit that single and started getting the game close again. How did his energy transcend to the rest of the team there?
You know, he's our base stealer, you know, and he got a big stolen base in that inning too. And when he gets on base, I think the whole dugout gets a little bit excited. Same way with Victor, same way with Tuck. When we get on base and people know we're going to run, I think that gives the whole team a lift, because that's the way we play and that's the way we win. And he got another big one today. See you.